welcome back to Building Bucky Station. This is part 3 of the tutorial, so let's get started. Now today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing the cart loader, or part of it, and we're going to be doing the departure zone. So first off, we're going to just bosh out part of this. We're going to leave a space there just so we find it again, and we're just going to nice it up a bit, hide the redstone, unless of course you want to show off to everyone the amazing redstone that you designed all by yourself. Yeah, we're just going to hide this so we can incorporate the departure zone. So it's all going to be nice, and well, it's going to be looking quite close to being finished. There's quite a lot of behind the scenes work to be done, but anyway, other than that, your station at least will be looking almost finished, even though it's not. But it's good to be hopeful. Okay, so we're just going to do this little design. Not my strongest feature. I reckon that looks decent. We'll stick some glass in there. White stained glass, no, is this just normal panes? Okay, there we go. Oh no, not that. Brilliant. Right, so now that we've built, because we've got to build the shell first before we can put in the departures. We'll have departures there. We'll just do a nice little wall here. Let's leave a space for the 3x3 door, and then another wall down here. Let's cut into here then. We'll leave 2 gaps here, and then we'll leave that space will be for our departures. Then what we do, 2 gaps, arrivals. Just build up this wall a little bit, we don't need that. Let's build that up, there we go. And that's to show where 0, 0 is, we can get rid of that. Okay, just put this back. Right, and then we'll put, is that in the middle? Yep, we'll have that like that. Okay, brilliant. Now we've got our 3 spaces for our utilities to go. So our departures, arrivals, and cart loader. Just fill this up. You can just leave that blank for a little while, or blank or empty. So we're going to put not a dropper, dispenser. So this dispenser is going to have the minecart, and we'll give it via a hopper system, and then we just need to put in need to break some blocks. Put a piston there, get some space to do some redstone, break some stuff around here, get claustrophobic. Okay, so this is going to be our space for the redstone of the departures. So first we're going to put in a sticky piston and a glowstone. So what this sticky piston does is when you stand there ready to leave, it will lock you in place, so you can't, just escape, because that won't be useful. So that's just like that. You can put that up. Put a redstone torch there and a redstone torch there. So when you stand on it, what will happen is, first, the sticky piston will, if I put the pressure plate in, there we go, we'll stand on it, the piston will come up, then the dispenser, this powered track will turn off, dispenser will fire, and your cart will sit there for you. So we're going to break that block, because we want those other bits of rail to be always powered. We're just going to make a slight adaptation by putting in a 1 tick repeater there, just so it's slightly slower so you don't get caught up and chucked out. There we go, and that's brilliant. Now we can just fence this off. Okay, that was pretty quick. That's really not very difficult at all, none of these are. The only difficulty you will be having is if you do a less than 15 station, and by less I mean significantly less. You may run into problems with not having the space to put everything. But thankfully I don't have that issue. and I reckon most of you are making 15 stations like me, as it's easiest just to follow along. I'll leave that top bit open so we can come back to that at a later date. Now if we just give this a little test, we will have it, we won't put that there, we'll just power these bits of rail. Now when you're powering rail, if you use levers, it's always best because levers don't spread power like redstone torches do. Redstone torches are a pain if you don't know what's powered. So if we just get some minecarts out, some of you, there we go, just fill up that and we'll give it a little test. So we'll hit that and our minecart, oh no, you don't, you're not supposed to go, come on. Okay, how are we going to fix that? What we can do is we can push that back one and put that there, and now that should be better. Yeah, get rid of that. Okay, there we go, that's fine. Now it's actually moving off because, oh, I always forget that how you get out of them nowadays. It's actually moving off because we're pushing it. So if you're feeling really keen, you could add in a second fail safe. So we could just do a lock-in mode here. So what we're going to do, we're going to retract. I don't know. What could you do? I have absolutely no idea. Try not to push them, is all I can tell you. Just put in the second rail, it should be fine. And if the cart leaves without you, it's fine. We'll put in a no cart only little filter to prevent them going off and blocking up everything else. So we can just leave that like that. So next is the cart filler. So how we do this, we get some pistons, sticky pistons. Okay, we put a block up there, block down there. We just want to make a little gap. That's the chute the carts will go down. Now we'll break some blocks here. Okay, so if we get some redstone materials, put a dot of redstone there, and then just cover that up. Now blobs of redstone round there. Repeat it on one tick just there, below that piston. Just come up again and put another blob there. Now we'll just continue this, we'll just fence off this pipe. So we're going to have it looking a bit like that. Got to have that airspace there. So it will look like that. And then we just take this round and put it in there. Give that a rail, or we already have. We can put it in a slab so you can see a bit easier. And just there. Okay, so if we try out with our minecarts, get a minecart, there we go. We don't get it to come out. You're irritating. How are we going to do this? Right, what we can do. So what's happening is when we stick this out, that's being powered now. I need to figure out why that's being powered. Of course, it's being powered. I have been very stupid there. It's being powered because there's a pressure plate right next to it. Just use a normal rail and we'll be fine. There we go. Perfect. And now if you actually pop down here, you'll see the chute fills up, and this will go off to the cart braking, and it will put it back into a hopper here. So we get our hoppers now. Hoppers, brilliant. Hopper, ooh, hopper in there, hopper there, hopper there, and that's it. There, just top off the station. And this has actually gone much faster than I thought it would. I thought it would take much longer to build all that. But I did sort of say that's what we'll do. We'll just finish the skeleton of the station off. And then we'll call it a day at that. So you don't really need a tutorial for this, but I do pride myself with my block by block placing. so even if you're completely clueless, you know what's going on. Okay, so just have some lights in here. What is it? We'll put a set. Sort that out. Okay, so 2 in, glowstone. Get rid of all this. Get rid of that. Don't need that anymore. Glowstone, glowstone, glowstone. Okay, brilliant. And we'll leave 2 because glowstone is quite an ugly texture on most texture packs. I don't think it looks too bad on mine. Just to note that everything we've got will be in the description below, and if you look at my website, they'll have a bit more information as well, and you'll be able to go to the downloads tab and actually download the world. So if you tried it and it didn't work for some reason, you can just fix it, or you can look to see what you've done wrong. And on our server you'll also be able to do a warp, and that should be how you get there, in the description. And you'll basically be able to come and look at the station if you don't want to build it yourself. So I think that's sorted there. Put these redstone glowstones in. Lovely. Oh no, I've done something wrong. These are too close together. What we can do is we can just move these over one. Okay. And then we'll work out where these are. Okay, it worked. I just put it in wrong. So that's that. Next video, what we're going to go over is we're going to go over the arrivals, which is going to go here. Oh, yeah, that's fine. We will finish off, actually we'll finish that off now. We'll do the 3x3 door, and then we will, probably in the video after that, we'll just link up all the last bits of the track, and we'll be done. So it's actually quite, well, I wouldn't say quite simple, but it takes less time than it would be expected. We'll just light this up a little bit, power the track down there. Okay, we'll get some normal track, like this, and we're actually going to change that normal track to not activator rail, detector rail, because if you remember from the original video, there's a little chime when you leave, and you can use that. In actual fact, we will leave it normal rail, and we'll put the chime in a slightly different way. We'll break that one there, and break that one there. Okay, let's see how that shapes up. Right, so lever, just to power the track. See how this goes. Does it reach the end? Yeah, it reaches the end fine. And then this will be absolutely perfect. Brilliant placement. There we go. So now that all that rail is activated, excellent. And if we were to close all this off, we'd have enough light as well, even when this is closed off. So brilliant. Thank you all for watching. I'm sorry it's been quite a short one actually today, but I'm sure the next one will have a lot of fun times with irritating rails. So until then, I will see you later.